things to do afterwards, I guess. So at this time, we'd like to pretend we're back at school. We'd like to all rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. And then after that, we'll have a moment of silence for all our departed classmates. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We also would like to honor our veterans this evening, so any of you that are a vet, would you please rise at this time? Thank you. We also like to know first-timers. How many, besides the graduating class, how many first-timers do we have here this evening? They've never been, stand up, we don't see hands. Holy cow. Well, I hope you enjoy this entertainment that we have provided for you this evening. And come back again. You're welcome to every year. Second Saturday of June, right here. Try to have the same time, same place. And so tell all your friends we've got room for more. And you see, we get over 300, we'll have a problem. But we got room to grow. At this time, I think there's a gentleman peering over my shoulders. Apparently wants something to say.
Thank you, Alan. Appreciate it. My name is Ben Stegler. Graduate of 1993, 20 years this year. I got three people over there that are excited to see me. That's three more than I came with. So makes me excited. What I would, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. It's a beautiful night. I'd like to thank Tara Bosby. There. Hotman, I guess. Still Bosby? Okay, good job. Okay, wonderful. Mochi. But I also am the co-president of the Booster Club for Sports here in Cambridge, and we have a golf outing called the Grip It, Rip It, which started about 10 years ago. Actually, it started in 1992. My father started it years ago, but it went dormant for a while. But Dean Lund, 10 years ago, resurrected it, and we've done this Grip It, Rip It golf outing, and we have raised just a tick under $120,000 for youth sports in Cambridge, and we're doing it again this year. It's the 10th annual, and we have trying to think what we got going on this year. Well, we have our golf on in the 26th, so if anyone would like to donate their time, yes, in June. Yes, thank you. In June 26th on a Wednesday. If anyone would like their time, money, donations, or if you like to golf, that would be a great thing. But we do have things behind the bar if you would like to participate in our golf outing. Want to answer that? He did answer it. Gotta do the caps eat food. But no, I mean it's a great fundraiser. Dean Lund started it 10 years ago because the junior high was going to get cut out of fundraising for youth sports, and we do everything from dugouts to all kinds of stuff. It's a great fun. It's a great time. We have a lot of fun. So if anyone would like to, step up, go golf, it's a good time. I mean, we'll be here. You can talk to Julie, and everybody has fun. But I'd like to, again, thank everyone for coming out tonight. It's a great time, and 2013 equals 20-year reunion for myself. Roger Borgart, is it 40 years for you? Doesn't mean so. It's a beautiful night. So everyone have fun tonight. God bless. Thanks for coming out. Enjoy.
I remember 20 years ago when Ben had hair.
I have 3 daughters, so I had hair before that.
Okay, thank you. Well, what's on the agenda? Oh, this is the fun time. Where's our cheerleaders here? Class of 1963, where's our cheerleaders? Luke, Mary, there you are. They're going to lead us into cheers tonight. So Mary and Lucille, come on up. This is the night you can pretend you're back at school. Hey. Okay, come on up. Okay. Hang on a second. Just hang on a second. Okay, these are the cheerleaders from 50 years ago. I think they're well preserved. Okay, now we'd like to have all the cheerleaders from everybody. So all the cheerleaders, past and present. Get up there. How about the senior class? Any cheerleaders here? We need all the cheerleaders. We did put one disclaimer in here a couple years ago because of liability. You do not have to do the splits if you don't want it. But everything else is game. We don't care. We don't care if you have to waddle up here. Come on up here. Okay, here we go. So these young ladies are going to lead us in our school song, and then the you-rah-rah and the other thing you want to definitely worth the $25 already. Okay. Next item on the agenda. I gotta read my writing first. Oh, where's Julie? Send Julie out here. We want to recognize the staff that put this banquet together here. Julie Mickelson. She's a graduate of Cambridge. That's Julie. And her crew. Most of the crew is also graduates from Cambridge. All the crew is graduates from Cambridge. Including the bartenders. Oh, yeah. Including the bartenders. So thank you very much, Julie, for putting this together, yeah? Okay, next item on the agenda. Oh, on the table there's Secretary's report and Treasury report. I hope you all had a nice time reading that while you were eating. I forgot to remind you before. So the class, see now, Joni Bean is our treasurer. He's the class of 1971. She's got something to say, I'm sure. Dang. Well, anyway, did anybody have a question of Joni of her bookkeeping? Since you won't talk, let's ask her a question. Okay, Nancy, now let's hear a motion to accept it. Okay.
Richard, I want to hear you say.
And anybody else want to second that? Okay, any further discussion of the treasurer's report? Sensing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Carry. I don't have a mallet, so. Okay, our secretary is Tara Bosby, the class of 1991. I would like to have Tara come up because we're really into the social media. I mean, I'm not. But our club is, and she's going to explain to you all about social media because a lot of you folks like to move around, and it's hard keeping up with the addresses. And and a few years ago, we went with our mailing. We used to be first class, but that got to be kind of expensive. The old urban legend was that postal workers earn a lot of money. And the line was good. So they had to cut back on our costs. So we went with bulk mailing. So anyway, we're having a little tough time keeping up with addresses. So, and I should mention this at this time too. You people that are organizing these class reunions, let Tara know any upgrades of addresses. She would appreciate that. Or at the Cambridge Library. Joni will do that much too. We'll add that to your salary. Okay, here's Tara.
First of all, I'm glad that all of you are here tonight. We've got about 160 tonight, which is really, that's awesome. As I like to point out, we have 4,000 living alumni, and we've got about 1,000 living just in the school district, which I think speaks volumes about this community, and I think it's really awesome that you guys made the time to come. Yeah, social media. If you took a picture tonight and you are on Facebook, please take a minute to upload it to our Facebook page, which is Cambridge High School Alumni Association. You'll see the blue jay. You'll figure out pretty quickly that it's us and not another CHS Alumni Association, because there's a couple of them. So yeah, definitely please take a minute to upload it. Let people know that we are kind of cool, and really we're trying to get on social media to outreach more to your generation. Basically anybody after me is kind of it's a little tough to get a hold of. So definitely please take a minute, like us on Facebook. We're going to be posting all the pictures that we took tonight, those with Bruiser, probably most of the ones with Bruiser. Put those on Facebook. And then also the banner that you saw in the hallway when you came in, we've started to participate in the homecoming parade every year. And so this next year is October 4th. If you want to walk with us, we would love for you to join us. There's a lot of us in Cambridge, so there should be more than 5 of us walking this year, please. I do have some people to thank. First of all, I want to thank Linda Matheson, who's not here tonight, but she has been so helpful to me, just in terms of keeping up with our alumni who have passed and being able to help me keep our database updated that way. I also want to thank Abby Lund, who is, anytime we ask her for help, if she's available, she steps up and she's willing to help us. I want to thank, let's see, Charlie, who's the better half, well, the other half, not the better half of Joan, the other half of Joan. He's very helpful today. And I definitely want to thank, who I can say has been literally and figuratively, my partner in crime for at least 20 years. Sherry Herbenberger, who I think I've dragged along now for at least a decade. And she helps me a lot. She's the one who's out there helping, keep track of who's getting their pictures taken. I made her come along with me, and Now I just make her come along with me every year because I can't do it without her. So I just want to thank those people. And let's see again, just so that you know, if you look on the Facebook page, I do a PowerPoint for the high school seniors and the freshmen. This is the second year that we've done it, and it's on the Facebook page if you want to see it. And it's really about being part of a community and continuing to be a part of a community, and why it's so important to make and maintain the connections that you have. Some of my best friends are the girls that I went to kindergarten with. And that's, I think, something that's common for a lot of us in this room. And it's not something that's common for a lot of people. So again, that's just, just try to re-emphasize the importance of this organization, which is something that, most high schools don't have. We've had this since 1890, and we're ahead of the game already. So again, thank you for coming. Like us on Facebook, put your pictures on Facebook. We'll see you at homecoming, and we'll try to get out of here soon. Al?
Thank you. I'll have to say, you wouldn't be here this evening if it wasn't for Tara and Joni, so they deserve a big hand of applause. They do all this work for no monetary awards here. They just do it. Okay, election of officers. This past year we had officers, myself as president, and then Bill Strobish. He's here someplace.
Right here.
Right there.
Way back there. There he is. He's our vice president, and Joni is treasurer, and communications secretary is Tara. So now we'd like to open up the floor for anybody else that would like to volunteer their services to this organization at this time. So elections are open, so if anybody wants to volunteer, please do it at this time.
Let's put Marsha up.
What an active crowd we have. Okay. Rick. So there's been a motion to nomination that we keep the same slate of offices, I guess. All those in favor say aye. That's it. Okay. We're very honored this evening to have the superintendent of schools with us this evening. He happens to be a graduate. He followed in his father's footsteps here. So at this time, I'd like to call on Mr. Bernie Nicolay for a few words of wisdom.
I'm not as good at speaking off the cuff as Al, so I stick to my notes. I'd like to thank you for inviting me to speak for a few minutes tonight. It is a great pleasure to be here to speak. I'm a proud graduate, as Al said, class of 1983, and honored to be the superintendent of schools. We in the class of 83, Amy and I are representing the class of 83, Amy Gunnelson Simden. We are having our 30th reunion this year. We have a planning committee that meets regularly to get ready for the reunion. Planning meetings generally are more fun than the reunion itself. We took a new approach this year. The committee is taking advantage of me being the superintendent. So this year, class of 83, attendance is mandatory. And anyone who does not show risks having their diploma revoked. At last year's Alumni Banquet, I stood before you and I talked to you about the state of the district. The state of the district is great. Last year we were facing some pretty serious financial issues and some building issues, especially the 1969 high school. In November, this community passed a referendum a financial referendum that puts us in good shape for the next 4 years, and also a building referendum. And that on Thursday, the students departed for the summer, and A large crew of construction workers have descended on the building, and they are working very hard, and by the time that the students get back in the spring, in the fall, we will have lots of projects completed, including roof projects in each of the buildings, replacing the HVAC system at the high school, and update some of the key areas of the high school, including the commons, the kitchen, the library, the locker rooms, the main office, the weight room, and the restrooms. The community passed both of the referendums with nearly 70% of the vote, 70 to 30. That margin of victory tells a lot about our community and its support for public education. Sometimes I get discouraged when I perceive all of the anti-public education initiatives that are going through in Madison. The shifting of public funds to pay for parochial and private school. Well, I take heart in knowing that this community has always wanted to have an excellent public school system. And I don't believe our community, in the end, will allow the public system to falter. What is happening at the high school this summer, getting back to the building project, is truly exciting. The students at the high school, as I said, left and the work has begun. I invite all of you to come and visit the school, and I will be happy to show you around. We are planning a formal dedication ceremony to showcase the completed work at the high school, with a tentative date for the open house of Sunday, September 8th. I hope many of you will come attend and check out the new work and the much improved facility. I want to close my remarks by congratulating the class of 2013. They are truly an exceptional group of kids. I wrote them a note that appeared in last week's Cambridge News, and I will share that with all of you. On behalf of the Board of Education and the entire faculty, I offer congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2013. It is my sincere hope that your years in the Cambridge School District have been rewarding and have properly prepared you for your lives ahead. High school graduation day is the end of one important chapter in your lives, but your life stories are yet to be told. I think Walt Disney may have said it best when he said, "All of your dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." Whatever you do and wherever you go, may the lessons learned in your formative years guide and shape you. The Cambridge High School fraternity is strong. Your classmates and the graduates that have gone before you can be a resource for you throughout your lives. No matter where your path takes you, know and be proud that a little bit of Cambridge will always be with you. I and the entire Cambridge community applaud you for your achievements. We wish you great adventures filled with opportunity, accomplishment, and happiness. Thank you, and have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Nicolay. At this time, I'd like to have Patty Strobish, or Camp Strobish, come forward. Restrooms are that way.
Good evening. I'm Patty Strobush, alumni of the class of 1965, and also a member of the scholarship committee with Richard Scott and Bill Strobush. Each year I am able to go to the senior awards program at the high school and give out the scholarships that the Alumni Association awards. And at that time, I always tell them about the Alumni Banquet, and they've seen the little PowerPoint presentation, so they're aware of it. And I'm really excited that tonight 8 students are here representing the class of 2013. And I didn't even have to strongly ask, they just came, so that's really good. So I'd like to introduce them, if they could stand, please. Kelly Dawson, Brent Geek and his mother Robin from the class of 1990, Amy Hensel and her parents Cheryl and Dan from the class of 1978, Caitlin Pinchley, Caitlin Howard and her parents Terry from the class of 1980 and Kurt from 1977, Hannah Corey, Savannah May, and Allison Mickelson. Oh, and her mother from the class of 73. Right, and yes, he's not here, but Paul is also Brad. So we welcome all of you to the Cambridge Alumni Association. We thank you so much for joining us this evening and representing your fellow classmates. And we hope in the future you will plan to attend the alumni banquets, especially on your anniversary years. The years go by very quickly, and before you know it, you're celebrating with us at your 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 or more years. In the year 2063, you will be celebrating your 50th, like these people at the front table did. So, welcome.
Think what you look like. You'll have to get your yearbook out. Okay. Dick Scott, 1965.
Thank you, Al. It's my pleasure to kind of recognize two students.
Right up like that? Okay.
Thank you, Alan. Okay, I'm Richard Scott, class of 1965, and I'm here to present scholarships to two individuals of the class of 2013. And the Alumni Association has been giving a scholarship for many years. But one thing I find very interesting, and it's kind of been a theme so far tonight, is about community. I was looking in the Cambridge News this last issue, and there's 43 scholarships been given this year by individuals, families, or organizations from Cambridge. And I think proportionally, that's quite amazing. That's not counting scholarships given by schools or organizations outside of Cambridge. But 43 from the Cambridge area, I think, is very good. We have a strong community, and they back these schools. Our first scholarship winner this year is going to Luther College, where her dad also attended college. She was very active in music, band, played softball, and still found time for community and church activities. Would Hannah Carey please stand, and Corey, I'm sorry, be recognized. And our second recipient has also been very active in school. Was also an elementary school volunteer, a class officer, played softball, and she will be going to Madison or UW La Crosse for a healthcare field. Would Caitlin Howard please stand? And the best to all of you.
Thank you, Bridget. Okay. Do we have any other new business to be brought forward at this time? Anybody have anything they want to bring forward? Any old business? Oh, Joni. Okay, if you have any questions about anything about social media, talk to Tara. Thank you, Joni. Any old business? Well, this has been the strangest evening. Okay. At this time, we'll start with a call of classes. And we want everybody who's speaking to stand up because we got our TV here. And we want everybody to look pretty, speak up, face the camera. So the class of 1935. What's that mean? Right here.
My name is Albert Swain. Class of 1935 would like to wish the graduating class of 2013 a lot of luck. And when you get to college, do the best you can. Because when you get out, you will have a job. Now we've earned 78 years since we graduated. That's a long time.
I got one. That's gotta be one.
They've been coming here as a group for years and years and years and years and years. Well, for 78 years. Okay, 75 years ago we had a class of 1938. Where are they? 38. Here we are. Introduce everybody.
I'm Merle. It's been a long time. I been here and
Move the mic close.
Push on the button.
and
Yeah.
I said I got my husband and my daughter Linda with me tonight. And I guess we started out with 16 in our class, and I had to check the total to find out, but I think I'm the only one left. So I guess it's been a long time, and I wish that 2013 all the luck, work, like work, happy family, and I hope to make it another 5 years.
Okay, 43. Bob? You gotta stand up.
It's a great tradition we have here, getting the alumni together, supporting the school with the way we do. Meant a lot to me, that education I got here in Cambridge, and it's been serving me well all these different years when I've been in different places, done different things, but it's good to get back to Cambridge and see that the spirit is so strong and people are still supporting the local schools and the local community. So thank you very much for what you did for us. It's a pleasure to be here again.
I'm never glad to be here. Pass this word.
Not speaking, okay. Class of 1945 got some words of wisdom, I understand. Where are they? 1945. Oh, here we are. He's awful shy. There we are.
Larry Allison. One thing that our class we went through is all of our years in school were during World War II, other than 3 months. And a lot of things that you think back about it, the rations that went on and everything. And chocolate was high on the list of things that you desire. And I want to wish class of 2013 the best of everything. Get as much education as you can, and when you go out into the world, give it 110%, and you'll succeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. 1947, who's that? 1947. 1947. Don't be bashful around here. Is that one of them? Well, we'll get back to that one. You're not getting away. 1948. Where are they? Right back here. 65 years.
I'm Shirley Christensen, who's used to be Shirley Bilstead. I'm very proud to be here tonight. In fact, when you graduated 65 years, you're very lucky. I want to wish everybody well-being in the we have all stuck by Cambridge. This is the three of us, four of us are here tonight. We've got lots more to, well, not lots more, but we are Cambridgeites. Right. And I have a daughter here that's graduated 35 years. So
Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
thank you.
Just got to your
Jenny Fry.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. Roy Fuss. And Jerry Olson.
Thank you. Back to 1949. Who's the talkative one here now? Well, we're pointing too many fingers here. Who's gonna talk? Then you're gonna talk.
Come on, Billy.
Oh,
You gotta stand up.
I gotta stand up.
Yeah, face the camera.
Come on, Bill.
I'm Bill Miller, and we got the class of 49 here, but we are not graduating class this year. Next year, we got 36 years. We got 5 of us here. We got, can I go by your signals? Marlene Milford, Maureen Anderson, Joyce Bird, and Shirley Ingolstadt left for another engagement. I wish the graduating class all the luck in the world. She's going to need it. You turn out all right.
Okay, 1952. 1952 around here. Don't be so bashful. 52. Well, let's go to 60. 1953. Where's that? Right here. 60. Nope, just talk.
My name is Earl Munson. I'm from the class of 53. I went to the bar to get a drink tonight and came back to the table and I got designated to speak to the class. It's going to be short. There were 29 in our class. 18 of us are still standing, more or less. And go Blue Jays, and congratulations to 213. And on behalf of the Norskies here, Vermont. All right. I'm supposed to introduce Miller, Carla Lund, Audrey Blount, Mel Herride. Yeah. Marjorie Tredford, Faye Zimmerman, and Nancy Hook.
Thank you. 1954. We don't have another background. We got a lot of background. Oh, 58. 58, right here. 55 years. Who's going to be the Ross? This is unusual that Ross is going to speak this evening. Again.
The mic wants to, right? He wants to go back to you again. I got it. The mic wants to go back to Al again. Class 58, let's have everybody stand up and introduce themselves so you can all see who we are that wants to stand. Stanley doesn't want it. Ross, welcome.
I'm Astrid Johansson Swain.
Al Swain.
Sue Talbot Hep.
You got away with it. Stan Lean. Jim Leach.
Siri Hanstead. Jan Kenseth Carpenter.
Don Stone.
We're not done yet. One of our classmates, Ruthie, where's he going? Okay, he might miss it. Suggested we sing something this year. And Aussie says, well, how about a class song? Well, we didn't have one. So we're going to sing the prom song that we had, and that's Moments to Remember. Now, this is kind of fitting because everybody has moments to remember that's in this room, even if they're bad, right? From high school. I'm trying to think of the good ones. And we're going to sing it. And I also passed some extra papers if we had around anybody. And I got about 5 more if somebody wants to sing it. This is going to be Moments to Remember. Where'd Al go? There he is. Al, you going to sing too? Yeah. Yeah, we're standing. We're standing. You guys don't have to stand. Yeah, sure. You gotta stand. Yeah. A second now. Are you ready? Okay. On New Year's Eve, we get the town. The carriage on the road goes down. We'll have these moments to remember. The quiet walks, the noisy fun, the ballroom prize we almost won. We'll have these moments to remember. I got it right here. No summer is to winter, and the present disappears. The laughter we were glad to share will I go through the years. When other nights and other days may find us gone our separate ways, we will have these moments to remember. Hey, one more. We will have these moments to remember. No, I just forgot. We just got this idea last night, so I've never sung it before, and I don't know if anybody else has either, so next time will be better.
Yes, because I was a senior and she was a freshman.
Well, that ought to get a couple extra hits on YouTube and that'll be pretty good. Okay, let's get on here. Boy, aren't you glad you guys came for the first time? 1963, because they're the honorary class, we're going to do them last, so don't be offended up there. 1968, right over here. Where's 68? There they are.
Sally got picked up.
Yeah, I left the table and I just. I'm Sally Robinson, and we have Al Zeller and the rest of the class. Thank you for continuing this tradition and supporting everyone. And the class of 2013? Yeah. 2013, spread your wings, and I hope you travel. I hope you leave this safe, secure area and try a lot of new things and follow your dreams. That's right. And to the class that's here 50 years left high school. It's incredible. We look forward to 5 years moving out of this damn corner.
We definitely are getting our $25 worth. Hey, way to go. Next year you'll be served first, too. Okay, let's keep this show going here. 1973, this was there across the way. Way over there. You know, when you get to be my age, that's a long ways. 40 years. Man, 40 years. I know. Who's that?
I've been nominated. Real happy to be here. First, I'd like to thank Alan and Laura especially. You guys did a great job. Congratulations to the class of 2013. Best of luck to you. I don't have a whole lot to say other than we have a nice group of about 10 of us here. I also have my brother over here. I really thank him for being here too. I just want to embarrass him as long as I have a chance. I don't get the microphone very much. Pat, you want to stand up? Just to the class of 2013, just to let you know, sometimes you can do something when you don't have a lot to work with. My brother, when he was in high school, he made it to the state track meet in the high hurdles. And not only did three times he made it to the state track meet in the high hurdles. And not only did Cambridge not have any home track meets at the time, Cambridge School District only owned 2 hurdles. So I think that's a pretty good point on his part. He didn't practice on the 2, so he didn't have much to work with, but he really did a good job. Okay? And I really do want to thank my classmates Linda and Cindy and Gina and Marguerite, April. Raj just stepped out. Lana's over there. Robin was, she just went to the races to watch her son. And thanks enough. All right? Thank you.
Okay. 78. 78. 35 years. 1978. Don't be so passionate, Sam. You will be tonight.
I got nominated by my wife. She's also in the class, 78 with me. I'm not a speaker, so I'm not going to say much other than good luck to the class and hope all your dreams come true.
1983, 30 years. Oh yeah, Bernie.
I'll keep it real short. On behalf of Amy Donaldson-Simden, myself, and the other 72 members of the class of '83, we wish you the best of luck. As you go through high school, sometimes it's difficult And I hope that you all appreciate the education you had. But I do know that I and probably most of the people in this room, as the years go by, you appreciate the education that you had, and the memories just get fonder and fonder, and the people you went to school with become more dear. So best of luck, and go get them.
Okay, about the 1993, 20 years. We have a flight delay.
Leslie Bebach, UVA, class of 93. Joined with my Meredith, Jennifer Schultz, and Ann Capson-Onson. Coming back brings a lot of good memories. Wishing you the best of luck.
Okay, now we've got the honoree class of 1963. So at this time, we'd like to have Pat Ada step forward, and I'd like to have you stand out here, please, so you're facing the camera, and get a good view of you front, not side. Since you tripped over the hurdles at the state, correct?
I did that. I was there 3 times and tripped over the hurdle 3 times. Thank you. I am Pat Adas. I'm going to introduce my classmates first. Alan Fong, probably no one knows him. Kat Paquette. Ray Wiegand.
Stand up.
Sure, stand up. Stand up when I introduce you. Darlene Radloff. These are all unmarried names, by the way. Maiden names. Karen Radloff? Karen Ratman, I'm sorry. Jane Rude. Sue Anderson. Sue Pierce. Darlene Evenson. Kathy Simden. Jerry Evenson. Stuart Jarlsberg. Andy Thatcher. Joan Rollins. Dee Hughes. Leroy York. Barbara Hughes. Audrey Hewitt. Mary Christensen. Lucy Bosby. And Phil Berber. Phil Bosby. Phil Van Valkenburg. Sorry. I've had, if you notice that drink I had, that's lemonade with lime vodka. And there was about that much lemonade and about that much lime vodka. And it's a very tasty drink. I'm going to mention a couple of things here before I... Yes, you all may sit down. I'm going to mention a couple of things first of all before I do my prepared speech here. You can notice the banner across the wall there. Our class of 1963 had a float in the homecoming parade this past fall. And I don't want to say if there were voting, we would have won without any question. The other thing is a little more serious. Our classmates got together. We were able to put together a $1,000 scholarship. Went to a relative of one of our classmates. Hey, it's nepotism at its best. So we were very proud to be able to do that. I think that could be a goal for any class. All right.
You got 5 years to read.
It's large type, so don't worry.
5 of us. Sorry, I passed. Good
By the way, since Phil gave me a hard time. He's on the school board, so vote for him again and again and again and again. Okay, our class spent our entire time in the old red brick schoolhouse, which is now a museum. I don't know how anybody else feels about it, but I feel pretty darn old walking in the museum thinking, okay, that's what we spent our time. At the time, up and through about 6th grade or so, we shared the building with the high schoolers. There was no middle school. Everybody was in one big building, which I thought was pretty darn cool. At any rate, new high school building was built around when we were in 6th grade. Some of the wonderful teachers that I remember, Miss Polly, Mrs. Knobloch, Mary Berger, Mrs. Newport, Mrs. Schuster, Miss Nelson, and I'm sure there are more. But those are the ones that popped into my head when I was writing this out. After 8th grade graduation, we were joined by kids who came from the country schools. They were new to us, but we all became friends. And friends for a long time. We had a little get-together over at the sports page last night. Schools like Utica, Rockdale, London, Hillside, Oakland, Ives, Woodside, Town Line, Southwest Oakland. And I wish at the time I was writing this, I could have asked the kids that came from those schools the names of their teachers. I mean, those teachers had to be really, really special. I would think, Karen was telling me she went to a Deerfield one-room schoolhouse. In her 3rd grade, she was the only 3rd grader. You know, and she would join the class above her. And it had to be really kind of a special sort of thing. When we went to the new high school, we continued to use the old gym for gym classes, junior proms, plays, musicals, basketball games. Our freshman football team, we didn't really have a team, but we practiced with, everyone else. We were the last ones to use leather helmets, just to let you know, and it might explain some of the forgetfulness that I have right now. Leather helmets, okay? I mean, when you see these old pictures of these guys running around, that was us too. Okay, Friday night football was played behind the old red brick schoolhouse there. People sat on the cement walls and on the hills. Kids played up in the what is no longer a playground up there. I can remember playing up there during the high school. One of the things I remember is that Friday night was the only time my parents kept their hardware store open. People from the country would come in and they'd stay open long enough so that they could buy their things that they needed, and then they'd go to the high school football games. My brother mentioned that we didn't have a track. Our high jumpers jumped into sand pits. Our pole vaulters jumped into sand pits. And someone already mentioned that we only had 2 hurdles. We grew up in an age that didn't have computers or cell phones. So we had party lines. We had goiter pills. Rock and roll in its infancy. And I remember gas for 26 cents a gallon, but somebody else mentioned 17 cents a gallon. I guess I wasn't driving then. We also had ducktail and flat top haircuts, poodle skirts, saddle shoes, black patent leather shoes. You could not wear jeans or gym shoes to school. All the girls had to wear skirts and dresses. Our junior prom theme was Some Enchanted Evening. Sounds pretty lame compared to some of the things, although, moments to remember, that sounds really cool. But Some Enchanted Evening was great. We were the first class to have a homecoming float using 2 wagons connected with a bridge in between it. And it had kind of a theme of a Japanese garden. 2 of our classmates were dressed as geishas.
Aisha girls on the float. Sue, Audrey. I won't mention their names, but okay, sock hops in the cafeteria. We shocked the administration by having a class motto that said, "Knowledge is power, power is success." Doesn't seem very controversial at the moment, I guess. We remember Mr. Knobloch, the principal, Mrs. Stewart, the librarian, L.G. Zimmerman and Happy Strong, the maintenance men, Carol Dalen, Jack Pett, Mrs. Nichols, Mrs. Smithback, Mrs. Krovic, and her corn dish casserole, which I happen to like now. I somehow managed not to eat it ever during our lunches. Between kindergarten and senior year, we've seen many of our classmates move in and move away. The author of my first perfumed love letter moved away at the end of 8th grade. I was devastated, but I apparently got over it. She's not here tonight, unfortunately. Very pretty girl. I won't mention her name, but anyone who was part of our journey continues to consider themselves a class of 1963. We have had 10 members pass away. Steve Lean, Wally Lean, Dick Matson, Eugene Mann, Clary Lodge, Lee Burberg, Tom Pitchfork Fry, Mary Snowdy, Bob Yates, and David Brace. We know that they're with us here tonight in spirit, and all of us, the class of 1963, would like to welcome the class of 2013 to the Alumni Association and wish you the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Okay, that's the end of our call of class. Does anybody else have anything they want to add to the senior class this year, or some words of wisdom for the rest of us? There hasn't been a lot this evening, you know. But anyway, maybe somebody has some. Anybody else want to say anything?
Yeah.
We got the live one right up here.
Great weekend, class of 63. The greatest gift, my wife and I are both teachers, the greatest gift we ever received is when our students come back to thank us. The salary doesn't mean a lot, it gets us by. But if you ever get a chance, class of 2013, say thank you to the teachers. Thank you.
I also like to thank Tara back here, our camera lady, for being here this evening, photographing this for our local channel. And I think it's going to go on YouTube, doesn't it? Eventually it's going to go on YouTube, so whatever we said tonight is out to the world. There's no secrets. Okay,
That's our class.
Yeah. That's right.
I mean, we were the class that didn't want to have our
We've got to get these guys to speak.
afraid somebody would drown. Remember?
Our newest class of the Cambridge Alumni 2013. Welcome.
Hello, my name is Kelly Dawson, and I will be representing the class of 2013 here today. First, I would just want to reiterate that Hannah and Caitlin are very gracious to the Alumni Association for their scholarships, so big round of applause to them. And then I would also like to thank the alumni who came out tonight. This evening would have been as special if you guys weren't here, and it would just be us. So I'd also like to thank the staff here at the LRCC. Another thing we'd like to say is that, or we'd like to congratulate the class of 1963 on their 50th reunion. They will be there
remember the first time I went to Alumni Banquet at graduation, and you can say it just a little too quick. Man, they're old. You know, well, of course, back in those days, everything stayed. Now, you do. It's out there. Okay. Next item. Oh, the scholarship committee. We didn't thank them. Where's Patty, Richard, and Bill? They're the scholarship. They got on this for you. Stand up. Stand on the microphone. One of them probably took position. Also, I want to reiterate that each year we have this banquet, the second Saturday of June, right here. So make sure you tell your family and friends, second Saturday in June. And I'd like to have the challenge to the class of 1964. We had a wonderful float at the homecoming parade. I would like to see that continued. That was very nice. We enjoyed it. 1964. Next year's class. Yeah. And Mary wasn't on the football team, so she'd have the helmet. Anyway. Well, are you glad you came this evening? $25, don't you think? Yeah, okay. Now where was I, Mary? Oh, the float, that's right. Thank you, Ward. You know, we had a lot of good comments on that, and I know there's a couple here from the class of next year. If you could put it together, it really worked out well. A lot of good comments. That's right, Lydia.
Thank you.
Dale turned away. It was Lydia that looked at me. Anyway, also, I don't know, we threw out the idea, you know, we have this Memorial Day parade in Cambridge. We have a lot of veterans here, and we're wondering if we can have a Cambridge Alumni Association Memorial Day parade with our vets. So, if that comes about, like us on Facebook. You never know what you might read on that. And so we thought about, that's one thing we bashed around, and so maybe we'll have something at homecoming and something at the Memorial Day parade. Also, name tags. These wonderful name tags, we like the plastics back. You can keep your name. We don't want them. And make sure you save your name tags. Put them in a storage locker someplace so when your kids clean out your house, they got a souvenir. You know, they need remembrance. Okay. Moving right along. Name tag. Do we have anything else? That's it. Okay, that's it. You know, I told you at the beginning, it's like a, you know, that we should revert back to our high school days. You know, this is, to me, I don't do anything until tonight. I'm like a one-night stand. You know, I'm just here for this night. Too long work. I like to entertain a moment. Maybe we're not going to adjourn. Larry, sit down. We don't want to.
Tonight has been fun, hasn't it?
It's well worth the $25. Larry's got something to say. Okay. I thought you were going to the restroom.
They were talking about the hardware stores. In my younger days, we picked up an outhouse somewhere around Lake Ripley. I can't remember just where it was back then. We brought it in town and we parked it in front of the hardware store. And then we put a no dumping sign on it. One of the reasons that I come here is because of Al and how he handles the ceremony here. I think he does a great job.
Well, you probably noticed the chaos we had taking pictures. I really had under control at that time. Now it's completely under control. Out of control. Okay, anything else at this time? Let's make a motion to adjourn, get on with this show. Or out of the show. Move that one. Dale. Oh, any second to that motion? Who did that? Okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Both same sign. Carried. Don't forget to turn in your plastic. You can keep the name tag. There's a box up here by Tara.